Ho, 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 everybody. Theresa here. It is Wednesday morning. It is 10:25 a.m. Here in central Wyoming. The temperature is 14 degrees out, but real feel is 0. High will be 22 and the low will be 7. We got a little bit. We got some more snow. I don't know if the schools are closed again today or not. I haven't been able to find out since I don't have school-age children anymore. Not much is moving though, so I have no idea. My husband said it was extremely bad out. Let me turn this fan off. It was extremely bad out going to work this morning. That he left 10 minutes earlier than normal, but he was still 3 or 4 minutes late. And he said it was just a solid sheet of ice on that interstate going into work. Now, not just the interstate that connects us into Casper. Almost all the way around us, every interstate and highway is closed. So, so it's kind of slow moving. Times like this is why you still, even if you're not into homesteading or anything, you still, if you're wise, have a somewhat of a pantry and a stockpile in your home. Because, and while it doesn't happen as much as it used to, I can remember as a kid that it would happen where you would be snowed in your house maybe for, a couple weeks at a time, where you really couldn't get to the store and stuff. So that's why you keep powdered milk on hand for those emergencies, and you keep a fully stocked freezer and medicines on hand. I mean, you keep things on hand in case you can't and are not able to get to the store, or if when you're able to get to the store, like right now, if all of the interstates and highways are closed around us, that means they can't bring in more groceries. So, no need for anybody to panic. I'm sure that they will get it open and stuff. And most of us still keep somewhat of a stockpile around. Any of us that have lived here in these cold weather states for a long time, we know. But, so yesterday, after we got into town, I made all my teen videos of Dollar Tree haul and love mail and stuff. I started to not feel real wonderful. And the thing is we've been eating a few more carbs than we normally do the last few days, which is a problem during the holidays. You get given goodies and stuff, and I started to not feel good. And then by evening time, I just was not feeling good and did not sleep well last night. So that tells me that my body is telling me that I have got to get back to eating better. Even though my blood glucose level was still good, it was 115 this morning. No, it was 112. Couldn't remember what it was. That's telling me that, I need to really watch that. My husband's number was 101, which is fantastic for him, so, yep, got us more veggies, less carbs. But I did work on making more hats. And so I'm going to, I can't remember, I know I showed you guys the ones I've made that are sitting around, but I don't know if I've shown you the newest one. So, if you've seen a couple of them, please forgive me. Or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've probably seen them. But I've got 4 new ones made. 2 are ear muffs, ear warmers, and then 2 full hats. So this is one of the hats that I've made out of the scrap yarn. It's a fun little yellow and green number. This is another one. This one I finished up last night out of the scrap yarn. Then I made this ear warmer, and I should have done a little bit different stitch, and I'm got to remember that on these edges so they don't curl up as much, but you know, once you put it on, it'll still be fine. There's one of them. And then I did this nice cashmere kind of 1/2 scrap that I have. So those I have done, and I have 4 other hats done and a long scarf done. So my goal is I can usually get, even in on a normal schedule, I can usually get, it seems, a hat and a ear warmer done a day, even with normal stuff going on. So, and because my husband's going to take these down either Monday or Tuesday of next week, so not going to be as many as I would like. Probably only going to end up to be, let's see, probably 18 to 20, but you know, it's, you know, I can only go so fast, and you know, I can keep working on hats even after Christmas, because they need them year round. So, you know, but that's what I'm going to be working on today. We did sit down last night, and I had him, he did the kids' gift bags. We hate to wrap presents. So we just buy the gift bags, and then I did our daughters and my mother-in-law, and so, you know, and he enjoys doing that. You know, he's a kid at heart too, and putting all the little toys and goodies and stuff in there, and then the gift card and everything. And he's gonna drop all that off tonight at my youngest daughter's house, so they can all have that for Christmas. So that concludes all of the gifts going out of the house, you know, and you know, I still have stocking stuffers for him. Like I did give him, I got him a pair of those fingerless gloves, and you know, got the flap that flips over, that turns into a mitten, because at work when he's on the car lot and stuff, so often he'll have to write something down. Well, then he has to take his glove off and stuff. So this will be nice. I was gonna wait, but it's so cold right now. It's like, well, that's kind of silly to wait. You know, so I ended up giving that to him early. I don't want to hear it, Dina. Don't go there. You know, so so we are all done. He picked up a few things I guess he still wanted to get for me, and you know, because we have a set dollar amount we're allowed to spend on each other, and his main present costs more than I guess mine did, so he's had a little bit more money to work on getting smaller stuff, but it's all good. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do today. It's just I gotta think of something to cook for dinner. And then I might make some chicken or something, and then just sitting here working on hats. Yeah, because I'm gonna vacuum tomorrow. I'm not gonna vacuum today. I want to just get working on this and get feeling a little bit better. Plus, I forgot to take my medication yesterday. We got busy, and then I don't know. Sometimes you're like, oh, you get tired. I take 100 milligrams of Lasix a day, and you get tired of running constantly to the bathroom. But now I'm paying for it. I know, chew me out. Can't do that. I know it. I know. Oh, and we found the Christmas cards as soon as, you know, we had bought more. Yeah, we found them. Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But what do you guys got going on? Are you guys ready for Christmas? Are you doing any baking? Or doing any candy making? You know, we won't drop cookies off at my house. I might make my husband add apple pie later on today because I didn't make it. You got your Christmas shopping done, or are you still making gifts? I know one of my friends said she felt totally overwhelmed by the pressure of, people expecting all these big gifts and stuff. We've never played into that. I've always made most gifts, and I've never played into that. I know that coming from a family that did that just takes away the whole, to me, the whole meaning of Christmas, besides the religious aspect of it. But, that, pressure to buy these big expensive gifts or these expensive gifts and stuff. No. If you really look at it, it was supposed to be just a little something. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be these, where you remortgage your house or something. So, no. Like I said, we have a very small budget, and we pay cash for everything. And like that, this year it's been a little bit, rougher of a year. So, usually we would get the grandkids each a $30 gift card. This year they got a $20 gift card. And that teaches them to be frugal, and they can still get something nice. And like I said, and that was along with, the scarf and hat sets I made them, and, the puzzles and stocking stuffer stuff I got them, and, children become easily overwhelmed by the overabundance of gifts that you give them when, to the point where it's almost like they have so many toys that they play with very few because you've overwhelmed their senses, instead of just a few wonderful toys. That's just my opinion. And I think that's with even adults too. You can have so much stuff that you rarely use any of it. Or you can have a few really well-loved and used things. I don't know if I hit on this the other day. First of all, I'm going to say I was feeling a little blue last night. No, I didn't cry or anything, but, just kind of a disappointment that our family, knowing this is our last Christmas here, it didn't seem to make any difference. And I don't know all the aspects of why and what's going on in their life, and I don't want to assume and point fingers or anything, but it was disappointing because we had hoped that, and especially with them knowing this was our last Christmas here, living here where they do, that, they might want to, have it be with some memories, but it is what it is. But the other day when I was at my grandson's school, and it's the same school I went to as a child, and my children went to also. And I remember as I'm walking up the front steps, that same, because it looks the same, they redone a little bit of the inside, but that main part you walk into with the office and stuff and the gymnasium, all the same. Just all the memories came flooding back of what it was like when I was a child there, and playing hopscotch on that sidewalk, and walking by the principal's office. And my principal's name was Mr. Horn, and the nurse's office, and then that gymnasium, which seemed so gigantic back then, and that's the same stage and stuff. And I thought, it's kind of a neat circle of life, because here I am, obviously a lot older. I started that school when I was 5. Now I'm 51. So, 46 years later, I'm all these memories come back, and I'm now, have grandchildren that are going to this school, and I'm gray-haired and stuff. But it's kind of like the whole beautiful cycle of life. I mean, you almost see yourself in kind of like this time warp of all the years, and I remember when my children were going there, and and then when and now the last grandchild is going there, because And it's just like, it was just really a neat thing. Really a neat thing. You know, I'm glad we got to experience that. You know, I'm glad we got to experience that. So, and I'm doing a lot more research on, my husband and I are on different housing options when we do get moved, and find either the land with a house on it, or just the land and what will go from there, and you know what it'll take to be more homestead. We're determined to do this without him having to work outside the home and just live off the retirement, which, being very frugal, we can, and with the homesteading ways we can. Right after Christmas too, another thing I'm going to do, besides make that couple of shawls for me, is and I want to do some artwork before I have to start packing that up, is need to get out my sewing machine, and I have a bunch of clothes. I have large arms, you know, I'm a plus size woman and I have large arms, and it seems like they make the arms the same size you would for, you know, a thinner person. So I normally will take the sleeves off, or else I will add to the sleeves. I will alter them. And I've got a bunch of shirts and a bunch of, I don't waste anything. If it was, if it's a lace panel, that can be used as an insert, in clothing, you know, to even to make a shirt bigger around if that's what you need. And that's the style right now anyway. Or to make the sleeve bigger or whatever. You know, or if I have one shirt that I just don't like, or it's really worn out, maybe I'll use part of that to make sleeves for another shirt, you know, and then, you know, embellish and incorporate and trim it out and all that. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing too, and I'll show you guys what I get done. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and take my medication, drink my coffee. I got this cat down here. He's mad at me. I kicked him out of my room last night. I had to get some sleep. He just would not leave me alone, and he kept messing with everything. And then the big old side, she'd like to climb inside the closet where there's a bunch of stuff, root around, and I'm like, so I kicked her out of my room. I kicked the cat out of my room. I'm like, no, I need to sleep. So they're both over here like, don't you love us anymore? So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Don't let the holidays stress you out. Remember that it's supposed to be coming together and helping each other, you know, giving that lump of coal to somebody who's freezing, or giving that person a hot meal that needs it and stuff. It isn't about the big glorious commercial gifts you see. I mean, you know, like I said, my husband and I last year did not exchange gifts because we thought that was going to be our last Christmas here. And that was a big mistake. That was kind of a bummer, you know. Christmas morning, there was no gift, no stocking stuffer, not anything. Well, this year we decided to get each other little gifts, but we got things that, we had to be very careful because, you know, we are moving in a short time, and you know, you don't want to take a whole bunch of stuff. And then also, since we've been purging everything, you really realize what we need and what we don't need. You know, so, you know, it's like I got him, he wanted a new Dremel tool because, you know, he had one, but he basically, I don't remember what happened to it, but it just wasn't functioning right. So I had him pick out one that had a bunch of accessories and stuff, and that's his main gift, you know, because that's something he can use. But anyway, stop. He's getting into everything again. Santa Claus is not coming for you, cat. I think it's all the crinkly paper and stuff around, because now he's... See, do you hear him? What am I going to do with you, cat? No. Ow. Here, go away. Wow. Anyway, love you guys. Feel bad for me, man. I love you guys. Don't let the holidays stress you out. And I cherish each of your friendship. And I think you're all awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.